I sat behind the wheel, my knuckles turning white as I gripped it tightly. The night air was thick with a sense of unease, the darkness swallowing the road ahead. I glanced at the clock on the dashboard. 2:37 a.m. I was in the middle of nowhere, on a desolate stretch of highway, and it seemed like the world had gone to sleep. Little did I know that this night would become a haunting memory, etched forever in my mind. I had left the city hours ago, chasing the allure of a weekend getaway in the countryside. The radio crackled, its signal weak and intermittent, playing snippets of eerie melodies that sent chills down my spine. I tried to brush off the unease, blaming it on my tired mind playing tricks on me. As I continued driving, my gaze fixated on the road. A thick fog rolled in, obscuring my vision. My heart pounded in my chest, and a sickening feeling settled in the pit of my stomach. I lowered my speed, straining to see any signs of life in the surrounding darkness. That's when I noticed it, a flickering light up ahead. Relief washed over me, a glimmer of hope in the overwhelming darkness. I accelerated, eager to reach the source of the light, desperate for human company. But as I drew closer, a sense of dread washed over me, gnawing at the edges of my consciousness. The flickering light belonged to an old gas station, its rusty sign creaking in the wind. The pumps were long abandoned, covered in layers of dust and neglect. It felt like stepping into a forgotten world, a place forgotten by time itself. With hesitation, I parked my car and stepped out, the cold air chilling my bones. The sound of my footsteps echoed eerily as I approached the rundown building. The door groaned in protest as I pushed it open, revealing a dimly lit interior. The shelves were bare, devoid of any signs of life, and a musty smell lingered in the air. "Hello?" I called out, my voice quivering. No response. I took a few cautious steps forward, my eyes scanning the room. That's when I noticed a handwritten note on the counter. It read, "Don't look back, don't make a sound." My heart raced, a surge of panic coursing through my veins. I couldn't resist the urge to turn around, to see what lay behind me. The moment I did, I regretted it. In the faint glow of a flickering street lamp, I caught a glimpse of a figure standing just outside the gas station, its silhouette distorted and grotesque. Fear paralyzed me as I watched it shuffle closer, emitting a low, guttural growl. It was unlike anything I had ever seen before, a nightmare made flesh. With a primal instinct, I turned and ran, the sound of my own screams echoing through the empty night. My footsteps pounded against the pavement as I sprinted towards my car, fumbling with the keys in my trembling hands. The creature pursued me relentlessly, its monstrous form closing in with each passing moment. Finally, I managed to unlock the car door, throwing myself inside and slamming it shut. I turned the key in the ignition, the engine roaring to life. As I peeled away from the gas station, I stole a glimpse in the rearview mirror. The creature stood by the roadside, its grotesque features illuminated by the taillights. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly intensity, filled with a hunger that sent shivers down my spine. I pushed the pedal to the floor, determined to put as much distance between us as possible. As I drove away, the night slowly returned to its eerie calm, the encounter becoming nothing more than a haunting memory. But that night, on that desolate highway, I had glimpsed into the darkness that lurks just beyond the edge of our reality. And I knew deep down that some things were never meant to be seen, were never meant